Welcome to the Dollars and Cents podcast with Wes the Economist and Jonathan the Conspiracy Theorist. We're reporting to you live from the Wave Beach Realty Studios in North Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Give us a call today at 843-957-3872. All right, guys, welcome back into the Dollars and Cents podcast with Wes the Economist. Right. And I'm Jonathan the Conspiracy Theorist, and we have been on a hiatus.
Not planned.
Not planned hiatus. It's just
Real
been
estate's blowing up. Life's been blowing up.
Yeah.
Summertime, for me, it's just too much going on.
Yeah, just a lot of stuff going on with both of us, but we managed to find some time on this lovely Friday in the humidity and heat.
Thursday. It is Friday.
It is Friday, yeah, I think.
I'm not working full-time this summer, so
yeah.
They didn't give me enough classes to make me full-time, which is a whole other story.
Yeah.
So my days are just oblivious.
They pay Wes the big bucks, so he doesn't never know what day it is.
That's why I'm out working trying to find other jobs. Wes is financial coaching if you need financial help.
Nice plug.
Charter.
Nice plug. there you go. Real King Charters,
I've been doing
baby.
charters, trying to make a little extra money.
That's right.
It's your sunset cruise. I do sunrise cruises, too, if you really want to get up early.
Ooh, not me.
No.
I get up early enough as it is.
And I've even done a few fishing trips. So
there you go.
Caught a mahi a couple of days ago.
Oh,
2 days ago.
There you go. I love some good mahi.
And I just invested in an auction site.
Yeah?
Yeah.
This guy invested.
Pigeon auction. Yeah, trust me.
They auction off pigeons?
Pigeons. This pigeon racing is a big thing.
Oh, I thought maybe it was like carrier pigeons.
Well, they basically are. I mean, they have a little thing on it tags them, and they have to leave and come back. Homing pigeons.
Yeah.
It's a big business.
Wow,
and
I didn't know.
A friend of mine had started going down this road for an auction site, and he hit some bumps. And I said, hey, I think I can get you over them. Cut me in. So we entered a partnership, and actually, as of 2 hours ago, I think we found everything we need. We'll hopefully have the auction live by next week.
Nice. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I dn't know that was even a...
the biggest auction site, which we hope to compete against because it ought to be more modern.
Yeah.
But it's going to make some money.
Wow, nice. I like it.
I see. As I say that, he's probably like, "Why you say it on the radio, podcast?" No, that's
right.
Okay.
Somebody's buying that website name right now.
By the time they hear this, we'll have ours up. So.
Oh, there you go.
You can
You're in the clear. Nice try, guys. Somebody went on GoDaddy trying to buy that domain.
But you've been swamped. Real estate in North Myrtle Beach.
Yeah, the past week and a half, man. It was slow for a little bit. That June started off kind of slow, and I was like, man, there's so much going on. You've got all the uncertainty in the economy, World War III on the brink. You got all this stuff going on, and I'm like, man, it's not looking too hot. And then it kind of turned around a little bit. The Myrtle Beach real estate market heated up. It's been this week's been pretty busy. Last week was crazy. So we're moving right along into the summertime now. So no complaints. It's been it's picking back up. So I'm not as nervous as I was.
Good.
Got one of my flips finished up remodeling and got it on the market. We got an offer on it yesterday that we're still negotiating. Yeah, it's been on the market a few days. It came out really good. I was stressed about that. So you got a few
places for rent too.
Yeah, those aren't ones I own.
Oh.
Two of my clients who I manage rentals for, long-term rentals, theirs became available, one in Barefoot and one in Myrtle Beach in Carolina Forest.
Okay.
Yeah, 2-bedroom. I actually might have one of the ones rented already, but rental market's good right now. Not pricing on rentals isn't great right now, but there's a high demand for rentals, but there's a lot of inventory too, so I can only price it so much. You know how that goes, Mr. Economics.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Anyway,
that's true.
I know a lot's been going on the past 2 weeks.
Yeah, our last time we got together was right before the breakup.
Right before the breakup.
I mean, we talked so
Elon
much.
And Trump.
I'm texting and just talking, trying to get this session in place that it's not only happened and gone, but what was your take with Elon and?
I don't know what happened behind the scenes, but I think, and I heard somebody explaining it. Kash Patel was on Joe Rogan's podcast, and he didn't want to get into it much for obvious reasons. Right. But he said he thinks that Elon was kind of just fed up with how the political process works and trying to get stuff done, and he just got kind of stressed out. And then Trump said, hey, I guess he just kind of said, we'll just part ways. And then I guess Elon just decided to post on X that Trump's in the Epstein files and went off the rails.
Which we know he's in Epstein files.
Yeah, he's been in the. He's been on the flights. Yeah, I don't know if it's on the flight logs that he went to the island, but I know they've flown together.
No, they flew together. I think from what I heard, this was years ago when it first broke. He went because they were trying to tag him with it.
Yeah,
he flew from Florida to New York or back and forth, one to the other. But it's also a clear record that when he found out what Epstein was about, he barred him from all his properties. And also, Epstein did something to one of his employees that prompted him kicking him out permanently.
Yeah. So, and I don't know why Elon even said that, because if Elon had like actual proof that Trump was actually doing bad things like that, but you were behind him this whole time until then, it would look bad, just as bad on him for like being like, oh, well, he did all this, but I'm still a Trump guy, until that day. Yeah. So it's just kind of silly, but it is what it is. So I think Elon, he's a little different type of guy. He's a little weird.
He is.
And I think he just kind of goes off the rails. He's got so much going on and gets a little stressed out. I'm not saying Trump didn't do anything maybe to piss him off too, because that's definitely completely possible. But and then he had a black eye in the Oval Office. He said his kid hit him. I don't know. I think he got in a fight with somebody and it didn't go well because he said something. I don't know. I feel like Elon's probably one of those guys that doesn't always read the room like he's supposed to, and I don't know what happened. I love Elon. I still love him. I think he does a lot of great things. I hope Doge continues, even though he's not running it. I hope they continue to still find some waste, fraud, and abuse.
Do you think there's a connection between him, what he did with Doge, and the DNC announcing this week he can't pay his bills? Did you see that?
They announced that they can't pay.
They cannot pay their bills.
Well, yeah, because they're funneling money out of USAID. Nobody's shocked there.
Somebody's made a connection there. I mean, obviously, there's not an official connection. But
that's it.
Quickly is,
all of a sudden, they're out of money. Crazy how that happens.
Plus, the donors are not giving because they screwed up the last election.
Right. So, yeah.
Man, but yeah,
hate to see it.
The Elon Trump, I guess we do a quick on that one because there's a lot of detail in there.
Yeah.
Back and forth.
Yeah.
So we're actually having, this is our first one back, we're having kind of a production meeting on air because we figured it'd be interesting.
Yeah. So obviously we got to talk about Iran and Israel. That one's stressing me out.
Why is that?
I just don't want us to go. We'll get into it. I'll get into it on the actual quick clip. But I listened to the full Ted Cruz and Tucker interview. It was interesting. It was very good. I love that Tucker stayed on him about everything.
Did Cruz come out at the end looking as bad as that clip made him look?
No. I don't think at the end he looked that bad. Sometimes I actually wish Tucker had stopped interrupting him when Ted was trying to say something that Tucker didn't agree with and would just let him finish the point so I could see where he was trying to go with what he said.
Right.
Sometimes Tucker's bad about that. If you say something that he doesn't agree with, he just kind of like goes off the rails and interrupts. He's like, hold on, let him finish, and then you can kind of combat it. But overall, it was a good conversation. I'm glad that he kept pressing Ted about what the real reason we want to back Israel and why we're so behind them and why they're our biggest ally and why we're fine going in there and doing regime change after the last 5 times we've done it didn't work. Yeah. We did it Iraq, tried it in Libya, Yemen, and Afghanistan. We've gone in so many different places. So
I don't see Trump doing that. Eisenhower Dental, located at 107 Waccamaw Medical Park Drive in Conway, a place where you can find all your dental services, including general dentistry, cosmetic, restorative, and pediatric dentistry. Reach out to them today at their website, eisenhowerdental.com, or call them at 843-234-3110, 843-234-3110, and tell them Wes the Economist sent you.
When life gets unpredictable, turn to a partner you can trust. At Bobby Clary State Farm, we've got you covered. Whether it's home, auto, or life insurance, we're dedicated to providing personalized coverage that fits your needs. With our friendly and knowledgeable team, navigating your insurance options have never been easier. Visit bobbyclary.com or call 843-438-6000. Bobby Clary State Farm, here to help life go right.
See, if we do something over there, which I'm not sure we're going to do something yet. Yeah, I think it's going to be okay. We're going to take out the people. Y'all decide what you want to do after that.
I think they're going to probably get them to bunker bust those facilities that they're talking about.
Get rid of the high leader.
Yeah.
And then look at the Iran's people and say, okay, what do y'all want? We're not coming in and telling you what to do. Decide. Yeah. Of course, you know what that means, though. It could end up being worse than it is now.
Right.
I don't see how, but it could.
Yeah, so I guess Tucker's point was just that his point that he was trying to make was basically that Trump promised America first, and he thinks that like the shape that America's in, you go around, you see homeless people everywhere. Like if you just go to, he was using D.C. as an example.
Right.
Like D.C.'s a crap hole.
Yeah.
And he was like, we're worried about all these other countries and helping them, but we don't help people here. And then he brought up Russia, and then Ted's accused him of being like a Russia sympathizer because he went over there and talked to Putin. And they just went back. They got pretty heated, but it was a good conversation. It was. I think everybody should listen to that. That was really good stuff there.
When we're doing Iran, Israel, we'll have to get in a little bit more detail of what he said.
Yeah, absolutely.
How about immigration? You've been following?
I know that ICE has just been going everywhere to get people out, and people are upset about it. And, I know people are saying now, like, oh, they're only going in Hispanic communities and blah, blah, blah. And then they were trying to get into the L.A. Dodgers Stadium yesterday, but they're saying they didn't do that. That was very recent.
All the stuff that happened in the riots and all.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
I already forgot about the riots.
Yeah. It's moving quickly.
Yeah, it's moving quickly.
But I noticed, I was expecting that last weekend, the No Kings weekend. Did you see Trump's post on that?
No. I was in Atlanta last weekend, which was a little concerning because I was like, but nothing happened in Atlanta.
It was kind of toned across the country. I don't think they got the protesters they thought, which I saw another video of this guy. Who was he talking to? Was it Kirk? Oh, Charlie Kirk had this guy on that's been on the ground doing face-to-face interviews, and he documented this one lady that gave him a hard time. I think he was out in San Francisco somewhere. All the places he'd been, he documented where she was at every one of them.
Yeah,
with the same type sign.
I was ready to say they're paying these people to.
Oh yeah. I mean, you can go and find advertisements places. Yeah,
they're paying the people to be there to protest, and then they're paying people like, hey, just go riot and do whatever you want. Nobody's going to arrest you. Just go. Here's $500.
In May, they said there was 0 border incursions.
I saw that.
Compared to 26,000 last year. So all those numbers are kind of funky to me because the way they measure.
Yeah, it's like how are you? I want to see how you're actually tracking that metric to be 100%. There's no way not one person got through.
No. But
percentage-wise, I'm sure I would rather just see a percentage, like it's down X percent, and it's not down 100%. What is it down?
Yeah. But those, the No Kings. He came on and said, "Thank y'all so much to the No King protesters. No King has stepped up, so I am still your president. Thank you for your hard work."
Oh yeah. I did.
Something like that. Paraphrased it.
I did see. Yeah, on
he's
that
such
Truth
a troll.
Social. Oh, he loves trolling people. Yeah, and I hate that people feed into it and just don't get what he's doing. It's like he's just messing with you. Like,
why
do you let him
trying
get
to get the reaction
like that?
that you're giving him?
Yeah, he was a public figure before he was a president. That's what he does. Yeah. That's what celebrities do. They know how to work that. So, yeah, people feed right into it. It's funny. But
what else has happened the last few weeks? Immigration, ICE, all that stuff. Iran and Israel, obviously the biggest one. Elon and Trump. There's more. There's been so much.
I want to know what's going on with Ukraine and Russia because now nobody's talking about it. I know we're not sending money over there anymore. Mm-hmm. Which it's like, okay, we were sending all this money because they needed it, but a war's still going on. They're not getting money now. What's going on?
A couple of weeks ago, Russia bombed right before they had some peace talks planned or something. I know Trump was upset about that, and there was something said about that.
Yeah.
But no, it's not the fashionable place anymore, so we don't hear anything about it.
We need to get out of both. We need to get these something worked out on both of these. And
we
get out
had
of them.
Political violence. I mean, that may be one we want to do. There's people killed in Minnesota. The two Senate House and Senate State House, State Senate or whatever, by a Democrat.
Yeah.
I mean, I just don't understand the mentality at this point.
I thought he was Democrat, so I kept hearing he was Republican.
Well, they kept saying that, but he was appointed by Walsh to a board.
Yeah.
And there were several things they brought out that he'd been on that side. He had No King's flyers in his car.
Yeah.
So, but again, we don't have all the information. Imagine that.
Yeah, shocker. Do we ever have all the information?
If he was a diehard Republican, we'd heard about it right now.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. What a mess. Well, I guess now that we've got a summary of everything that's been going on, I guess we'll wrap this one up and get into the individual, right? The individual discussions.
I'm trying to think what else is going on around here.
Locally?
Myrtle Beach. What just happened? Something else just happened.
In Myrtle Beach?
Yeah. Since our Memorial Day weekend, something happened. Anyway, maybe it'll come to me.
Yeah, I don't know. If we could, we'll throw it in on
one of them. Maybe it's just minor stuff.
Probably.
It is. I know. One thing they talk about Little River. Did you hear about the gang activity in Little River? They actually admitted police chief or the sheriff or somebody.
There's gang activity in Little River?
Yeah, major gang activity in Little River.
Huh.
Good to know, huh?
Yeah, it is good to know since I live there.
Yeah, me too.
Nice, lovely. That'll help sell properties.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I guess I shouldn't have said that aloud, huh?
Yeah, probably not.
Sorry about that. which one of your clients is listening to this anyway?
But hopefully none of them.
Yeah. On that note, we'll see you next time.
Roll on to the next one. We'll see you next time, guys.
Mortgage payment, insurance payments, credit card payments, they can be very overwhelming. Are you ready to take the time to get things under control? Then reach out to me at Clark Financial Coaching to see if we can get you started with a budget and then a vision for the future. Write me at coachwesc@gmail.com. That's coachwesc@gmail.com.
Are you looking to buy a home in North or South Carolina? You need to reach out to Wave Beach Realty today. We are a family-owned company with over 10 years of experience in North and South Carolina and operate along the Grand Strand. Give us a call today at 843-957-3872. That's 843-957-3872. Thanks for listening to the Dollars and Cents Podcast with Jonathan the Conspiracy Theorist and Wes the Economist. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram and X at DollarsCentsGS and on Facebook at Dollars and Cents.